Yo. What
Yo.
up, people?
Prayers go out to all the families and people affected by this situation. Prayers goes out to those who are protesting peacefully. We just pray for justice ultimately for all parties, and that God ultimately, the creator of all things, the God of hope, will bring the justice that in His will ultimately bring.
Amen.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left of this flesh, till this past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I am your host, Marrio Esco. Alongside me is my good friend, co-host, Gil Vargas in the building.
What up? It's nice to finally be here right when the camera turns on, then me coming in, running in with my cafecito. So it's cool. It feels good,
No special guests today, man. We're chilling. It's been a crazy few weeks,
to say the least.
So, I've been in prayer. I've been really just reaching out to friends, family, making sure everybody's okay during this time. Because as everybody knows, it's some hard times, difficult times we're living in right now. No special guests today. We're just gonna chill. Man. We're just gonna vibe. We're gonna kick back and vibe, chill. And yeah. So what up, everybody coming in? Shout out to our listeners. We love y'all. Let me get the big hand claps going, man.
The big one?
Yeah, along with I like that one. What up? GH3 Radio, 520 Radio, Godfearing, The Bridge Radio, our YouTube subscribers. I hope I just did some things. Hold on, let me turn this down real quick. I just had to resync my YouTube because remember last week I cut out my Facebook.
Yeah.
So I had to resync not my YouTube, my Facebook, because now I just got my Facebook page. So I don't know if we're gonna have our Facebook crew with us today. Hopefully I fixed that real quick. But we will have our YouTube crew.
There.
Huh?
I'm still. I still have.
Oh,
it,
Facebook.
So, yep.
Okay, so we here.
I got Mr. Brandon on right now.
Make sure my people go to our YouTube as well, Marrio Esco, and subscribe to the YouTube. You can see it right there in the visuals. Shout out to our Facebook family. Shout out to our YouTubers. We're trying to grow out the YouTube. Shout out to our Twitch audience. Let me put this. Let's get it. Get it back up there.
And if you're if you're on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell if you like.
Hit the bell.
Get the notifications whenever we're on.
Shout out to the Unashamed Network audience, my podcasters, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean. We love y'all. Go check out d2lproductions.com. We could turn that off. Go check out d2lproductions.com. Check out our merch, check out our music, check out our stuff. Yes, we do have stuff coming. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee, Lord willing, as far as my end, I can guarantee we got new music coming your way.
Why you saying your end? Why you dividing the group, man?
I'm saying
on my end.
No.
Your end, right?
No.
So my end is nothing.
No. I'm saying on God's
Why you dividing the crew,
I'm actually saying on God's end. In His sovereignty, if He desires it to carry through, I already did my part of the process. So there is music coming. Actually, there's music dropping this month. And I won't drag it out. I don't even have a marketing plan for it. I guess you can.
You gonna hit him with a
part of it.
Hit him with a taste or something?
This is part of it. Hey, yeah, new music coming. So
that's the marketing plan.
Yeah, there's my marketing plan, y'all.
Hey,
that's what happens when you're independent. Hey, Marrio Esco. There's probably dudes like in Cali, because we're on GH3 Radio out in Cali. There's probably dudes out in Cali, like in the whips or whatever, listening. They're like, oh man, Marrio Esco, man, I wish I could live that life, be a podcaster full time. Nah.
And we're over here like, yeah, us too. We would love that.
They're thinking like we Joe Rogan. Like, yo, we're just gonna go pod and just nah, bro.
Full-time
Not
jobs.
even, dude. But anyway, I love it. Hey, the perception is dope. Thanks.
Facts.
We here to serve. We love it.
We're doing
We have a
something
good
right
time.
if you believe it.
Share the show. Leave a review. Thank you for those who already have. Again, subscribe to the YouTube. Recap last episode 98. Fabio. I don't remember
What a wonderful-
why Gil brought up Fabio, but
We were talking
For
about
some reason-
was it Peter?
he oh no, Saul.
Saul.
Saul. Okay, good. Wow, good memory, bro. Yeah, Saul. Yep. That was Fabio. Some
Yeah.
reason that was
Somehow,
for some reason in our brains we
I
thought
don't know.
Saul was Fabio.
He came in all
Is that the
dashing,
Israelite?
all good looking. Like, yeah,
We had TeeJay Godfearing
I am
on.
Saul.
It was dope having that brother on with us. He talked about CHH unity, serving the community. Shared a bunch of fire artist tips with up and coming artists. We talked about making Christian music after denouncing your faith. Is it denouncing? How you say it? Denouncing, right?
Denouncing,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's very biblical.
Yeah. After,
Denounce your faith.
Denounce your faith
Christian.
and continue to make music for the glory of the Lord.
Oh my God.
No, that's not right. That don't even sound right. And this combination's
He
crazy.
sounded like a Viking.
We talk
glory of the Lord.
Why are reformers Vikings?
Because of the beards.
Let me see.
Something.
Irish Vikings. No.
Irish, all of them?
No. Let me see. What we talk about, man? SpaceX, NASA,
Yeah,
flat
we talked
Earth, all
about
that
how
good stuff.
the whole thing got canceled. due to
Legitimize your
rain.
business. Oh yeah, in the rain, the pouring rain. We can't go. Why? We forgot to put the windshield wipers on the rocket.
They're not gonna have umbrellas up
Whose
there.
fault was that?
Dummy.
Pedro. Why is it Pedro? Why is it always Pedro's fault? It's messed up, man.
It's always Pedro.
It's always Pedro.
Wow.
Pedro. It's the same guy for every situation. You got me. It's always Pedro.
Did you give them umbrellas?
No.
Pedro.
He always makes the same sound when he gets caught. And he always has the items with him. Where's the mics?
Wait a minute.
Pedro.
Why is that? That sounds like the same kid that was in Captain Planet, the Spanish guy. Like, hi.
Pedro. My mic wasn't plugged in.
It
Pedro's
wasn't
under
his name Pedro too.
Pedro's under the table. Pedro. It's just under the, what you doing under there?
Regardless what you
Plug
say
my
to him,
mic in.
that's just how he sounds. Even if you call his name. Pedro.
Yo.
Wait.
People-
No, halt.
Yo.
Who goes there?
People
His religion type.
people go crazy when they I love it because I got two names.
Yeah.
I got my first name and my middle name. I go by my middle name.
Yep.
My job goes by my first name. So I be coming around and they be talking about my first name. They be like, Juan didn't come on time.
Don't please tell me that they don't emphasize the
Yeah. And I'm like,
So Juan.
I'm like, that dude is a problem.
That's
That
that's
dude is a problem.
in this time that's like borderline racist. Somehow the sound.
Juan didn't come on time.
Anything could be a racist. Like, did you hear him? That was mad racist. What? What did he say? He said Juan.
It would be more messed up if my middle name was two, because then I'm like, well, two is here, so don't worry about Juan. I'll take care of you.
Juan, two, get out of here.
And three's like, what about me? What do you want me to do?
Who's three?
Good.
I'm not gonna go further.
No, Quattro
Forget
already
it.
left, man. Quattro's already
That's
out.
the only gang member.
Quattro's like, yo, I'm out of here, bro. You ain't getting a 4.
That's the only gang member that was informed to be a police
If you get the 4, shame on you. Yeah. Last episode, you like that stuff? Go check it. We're gonna jump into a skit. Here's Thanks B.A.R podcast.
Thanks.
Featuring myself and the Escobar
This is a
family.
good one.
And God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it and have dominion over the fish, over the sea and the birds of the heavens and over the every living thing that moves on the earth.
What does it mean to multiply?
It means Well, when a man and a woman leave their house, they become united as one, as husband and wife, with the blessing of the Father, of course, and then they have children and multiply. That's what it means.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, B.A.R Podcast. So there's a secret and revealed will. Thanks, B.A.R Podcast.
Babe, I know you're doing Bible study, but can you help me do dishes?
Of course, babe. You know I'm gonna help you, my love.
You know what? I'll do them. It's okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll do them. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You know what? Do you want a coffee?
Yeah, I would love to have one.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, B.A.R Podcast.
Diligent Bible study is necessary to properly understand the revealed revelation of God. Simply by putting on the B.A.R Podcast hat does not make you a theologian or suddenly equip you for heralding the Word of God. It just makes you look cool. Buy yours today.
Thank you, B.A.R Barcast.
B.A.R Podcast.
I said B.A.R cart.
B.A.R
Rough.
That's a podcast.
My little cutie, man. Thank you, B.A.R Podcast. I appreciate y'all. We love you. Man. We love you, B.A.R Podcast. So,
Thank you, B.A.R Podcast.
what up, people? I think there was a hiccup with the Facebook, but I think we're good now. Gil, we good?
What do you mean?
Brent said he couldn't cut you. Go yee! What up, brother? What's going on? I need some of those hats, son. Maybe 2. Bro, buy 3 or 4, man.
Yes,
I got
sir.
some more merch coming too, brother.
Ooh.
I got some more merch.
Some new,
coming
new.
too. Yeah, some brand new.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm
That's
excited.
It. Good, that's it. Just get
So
off.
excited.
So excited.
So excited.
Is that the name?
No, I think we had one called So Excited.
No, we didn't.
No, we
so
didn't.
excited. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Fire. Right off the jump. Gil coming in. Boom. Just cutting through.
I'm just
Fire,
saying.
bro. So excited, man. I love it, man. Yeah, I am. I'm very excited.
Yeah, this song's gonna
Do
be
you feel like
crazy.
that stand-up was a force for him? I felt like that stand-up was a force. There was some
It was a
awkward,
force?
Yeah, there was some awkward moments in that
There was,
stand-up.
because think about
That
it.
was
he
like,
had,
ooh.
he had to one up every time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hard to live up to.
Like the time where
Every comedy show needs to be funnier than the
like
last.
the time where he was saying a joke and he started dying laughing at his own joke, and when he said it, it was like,
It's not that funny.
ah.
Yes, that's the oversell.
Hold up, brother.
That's the oversell.
He had tears in his eyes. Hold on, let me get through it. I need to get through it, people. Like, oh, don't do that. Don't sell yourself. Don't sell yourself. That's like me cutting. That's like me having control of my beat during the performance, and I pause it, and I'm like, ooh.
But I feel like
what's coming?
But I feel like because of who he is,
what's coming?
and he has that build up, that people died laughing even when it wasn't funny. Because the crowd went crazy.
They went crazy because he was just.
That's what I'm saying.
They
You
love
get to
him,
a certain
that's why.
point where it's like, it don't matter what he say. He could be like, yo, I fought it. And everybody's going to be like, ah.
Yeah, but does that really count as credit toward your, comedic skill? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a superstar, you just love, like, it's easy for people to say, well, yeah, that's because you're a superstar. You know?
Yeah.
They love you for many reasons, not just one.
But I think eventually, all comedians eventually have their end where they die out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's because they don't want to do it no more, or they just
people
not
grow up, man. Look
they're
at
not relevant,
look at
or
Dre.
they grow out.
Look at Dre, Dr. Dre.
What do you mean?
Like he doesn't you don't see him like jumping out of commercial. He just did one with Lil Wayne though. Lil Wayne has his radio.
But he kind of always been that way.
What is it called? Wayne, some whatever. And Dre came out and came on to the station. He normally don't come out. He never comes out.
Nah.
You don't see him ever.
That's what I'm saying. He's typically always in the back.
As a matter of fact, he just did an article about the art of what's it called? Like mystery.
Misdirection?
No, mystery. He talks about like
mystery.
Yeah, being an artist, being the art of being a.
Oh, you talking about the interview where he said that because of social media, celebrities have
loses
lost
that.
their
It lo-
mystery. Like
yeah, it
that
loses
luster
that.
that you
Yeah,
kinda
that sense of curiosity of what's
Yeah.
behind the curtain.
Not
What-
everything is
what
boom in your
really,
face.
What really makes this tick? Like you don't know
Yeah.
what's what. And remember back in the day, you're reading and you got to prove your wisdom on hip hop because you got to know who produced what and what produced. You have to know. And if you can get the behind the story because you got the magazines and the intel on some beef that happened because this producer actually took that sound sample and oh snap. And if you can get all that, like you know your stuff. Oh wow, this dude's educated in this stuff. He knows what's going on.
Mhm.
That is the mystique. You know, like behind the scenes. Oh, did you hear that beat was actually a sample? That's the story that everybody's trying to dig up, like the mystery, the excitement of the story.
They want to feel like they're behind the scenes.
Matter of fact, in Michael,
behind the scenes is no longer there.
in Michael Jackson Thriller, you know the guitar solo. Who is it played by? Oh, I might get stoned to death. I should have been ready.
Wait, who?
Yeah, I'm gonna get killed right now. The guitar solo, Michael Jackson Thriller.
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yep, there's a guitar. Oh no, is it that one or Bad? I'm sorry, Bad. When the music video where he's doing the like the knives and they tie each other up and they did it.
Yeah. There's the guy with the top hat with the glasses, the round glasses.
I think so. I don't know what you're talking about. But Bad, there's a guitar solo in it, and before the guitar solo comes in, you can hear like knocking. And it's not part of the beat. Like the actual story is the guitar soloist was playing his part and he nailed it after he played it like I don't know how many times, sitting there playing that riff over and over till they get the perfect take. And right when he got that perfect take, somebody was knocking on the door. And they kept it in the recording. So like history like that, like the mystique and the what I'm saying? Like,
why was somebody knocking?
it was just somebody interrupting the session, but they kept it in there. It was a dope little story behind it, you know?
That is pretty dope.
The dude recorded it, sent it. Like that's, when you really dig into music, you dig into the artistry, you dig into like when you really like become a fan of an artist, you can hear like certain themes like carry over into certain albums. Maybe they make a reference to one of their tracks before, or maybe even make a reference to a mixtape. Like, and if you follow that artist, you can pick up on those patterns and it goes deep. Like if you're a real fan, it goes deep.
Mm.
Some artists take it that deep. Some artists really think about that.
It's true. There was a lot of little backstories, also with the beefs. Like, you know what I mean? You had to kind of get into the in crowds to find out why was those two rappers beefing.
Mm.
Like, oh, they were beefing because this dude was talking smack about his girl and he came back and you're like, oh, that's dope. Like all those little inside. Yeah, I remember those. I remember like going into the schoolyard and hearing all these little backstories and how albums were created. And
well, you know what's crazy to me, bro?
You don't have that no more. That's for sure.
What's crazy is that you can see a pattern. Like when you look at social media, you can clearly see the pattern. You could just like analyze it. You know what I mean? Like that's why I had to disconnect, man. That's why last episode I'm like, yo, I got to disconnect because I'm seeing this pattern so well. It's like scary.
Yeah.
It's like the people who look at the charts when it comes to the stock market are so good at analyzing patterns that they know when it's gonna come down, they know when it's gonna come up, they know what to invest in. They're experts at looking at charts, bro. Like they're calculating, and not just looking at charts, they're calculating, but when they look at those graphs, with like 12 different screens and all different graphs with all different information, right? They could pick up on these things. They know exactly like what's crashing, what's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you start looking at social media like that, you can see those patterns, bro. It starts getting scary where you could tell in advance it's about to go south.
Yeah. That's basically my entire feed. It's
It's about to go,
Yeah.
and then it go, and then it's
Crazy.
about to go this way. Then it's gonna go that way. Then it's about to go this way. Then it's go. Yo, real talk. All the causes that people stand by, a lot of them, the majority of them, are real causes that people should stand by.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk.
I agree.
The human race has a responsibility for the human race. Like,
Yeah.
real talk. We all have a responsibility to one another. That's a fact. We're all made in the image of God, our creator. So we have a responsibility to uphold that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That respect for life, that respect for what God has allowed, what God has created, including the earth, bro. That don't mean like we run around and like everything, bro. Each other, the earth, everything. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's a responsibility, but some people I'm seeing in the mix, like some people you're seeing that, yo, you following you jumping on, you just bandwagoning it, bro.
Yeah.
Like some people are like, yo, bro, you had no business just.
Because I mean,
And then, and then some people are utilizing it to cancel their opponents. Like this is a game.
Yeah.
Some people are equipping their agenda with what's going on with a man's life, with people's emotions. That's the part that has me hesitant because I know that people that are hurt are already angry. And then you got antagonists that are opportunist, evil people that are now pushing the angry people.
Yeah.
And if you're already angered, you're already agitated, and somebody comes and agitates you more, but points a finger in that direction, that's guiding your energy towards something that's not going to get the results you're looking for. That's like what's that move, that martial art move where it's like the energy's coming toward you, you utilize the energy, the force,
jujitsu,
whatever it's called. It's like doing
Aikido,
that.
Aikido.
Yo, it's like doing that with the force of a mob, an angry mob.
Yeah.
Utilizing the force, the momentum of a hurt people, and then utilizing that for your own purposes. Like, okay, what do I want to smash with this? That right there, bang. Let me point at that. And thank God there's people that are calling them out, bro. You see videos where you got people that are like, yo, flip that. What?
Why?
What'd you say? Yo, what? Who's this dude? They call him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what this dude just say? Yo, flip that right there.
Yep. I've seen a few people
Like what?
take away bricks like from people's hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's the truth out there. You know, there are true soldiers out there that are trying to do this correct. It's just a shame that there's other people with different motives.
That's why we gotta be super cautious as we navigate through all these things, man. Yeah. Like we being bombarded left and right with all these things. You can't help but think that there's something. You hold up. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's fight for what's right. But let's pull back a little bit because there's a momentum happening with the righteous movement, with the people that are standing for the right causes, the people that are standing for social injustice, the people that are standing for life. Amen to that.
There's so many different angles.
With that,
there's so many different angles to the story, and we just have to try to think as critically as possible. But you know, there's people saying that it's the government, bringing and breaking these windows open, and and now us seeing opportunity in oppressed times, we're taking the bait, and now they're going in there, they're taking stuff, doing all this, that it's all a setup. That could be true. Or it could just be that this is their way they're expressing their anger. That's that story. There's so many different stories. So all we can do is think critically is what is right and what is wrong. Especially as a people, as Christians, what is the right thing to do in regards to achieving justice and being part of the solution? How do we do that in a positive way that doesn't affect our relationship with God? I'm sorry, but if any Christian believes that stealing is a good thing, regardless of anger or frustration of whatever's happening, that's to really reevaluate themselves, because this is not a time for us to commit crimes. You know what I mean? As a
So
people.
some people would say, like, that's gonna happen. That comes with it. That's a oppressed people. That's a upset people. That's people responding in a way that they know they shouldn't. It's not about not knowing. It's that they know it. They know it very well, and they're just jumping in. Are they some like that are, of course, of course, man. Like that's a no-brainer, of course. But then are there others that are like, what are we doing? Like, yo, I need something right now. Like, yo, I just lost my job. I need something right now. Like, yo, what are we doing? Are we doing this? Like, put yourself in a mindset of desperation. You don't know. This is happening right in front of me. They're smashing this. Cops are coming. National Guard is here. I barely speak English. They're grabbing some stuff. I need some stuff. Grab some stuff and be out. Like, yo, what's going on? Tear gas is flying. I'm not
naive to think that I know exactly how I would act in that moment. I'm just saying the consciousness of understanding it and doing it.
It's easy to say like our opinions when we're chilling. Like it's easy to be like, but you're in the situation and
nobody knows how they're going to react.
That's why I love movies. I love movies because movies allow you to walk with the character. And then when you're in a situation where it's like he needs to be confronted and he needs to be confronted and he deserves what's coming for him, you're sort of rooting that he doesn't get it. And because you have compassion and because you just walk with dude. Because you just literally were in his shoes and in his eyes and you lived with him. That's what movies do. They're powerful. Which, by the way, have discernment because it's power in movies. Just recently, did we not just have a movie about the Joker and all this crazy stuff?
Craziness happened.
Just recently, did we not have like somebody in Boston, somebody actually dressed up like the Joker and stood up with a sign and everything?
That's
in Boston,
crazy. While all this craziness isn't happening,
don't sin in your anger. Yeah, don't let the sun go down on anger. Right, something like that. How's it go, Gil? Where's Shane?
He's saying don't sin in your anger.
That can be hard at times. I let my emotions get at me recently, bro, all the time.
Yeah, man.
Every day, dude. That's
I can understand.
Yo, that's marriage. Yo, that's marriage. Like, is that not what marriage is? Like, everybody, if you married, you relate. That's it. You married? Oh yeah, you get it. Like that's all
Real
I gotta
talk.
know. That's all I gotta know.
It's a battlefield.
You married?
It is a straight battlefield.
I get it.
Bang.
Yeah, any moment, bro. Boom, you react. Boom, you react. Gotta check it. Boom, you react. Gotta check it. In split seconds, you there. Gotta make a decision. What are you gonna do? Chuleta.
I bet you if everybody protested just dancing salsa in front of the White House, it would be a way to make a change, man. I'm telling you, you can't get mad at it.
I talked to somebody.
Even if they were chanting like, no justice, no peace, but everybody's dancing salsa.
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
They would never get dispersed.
Nah, man. That's it. People ain't thinking of dancing right now, man.
Nah, I'm just trying to lighten the moment, man.
They're not thinking of.
It's getting crazy out there.
Here's the thing, man.
They're throwing gas at people. Like it's just nuts, man.
Mm-hmm. No, real talk. Bullets, like rubber bullets. People getting shot at. People getting ran over, bro. Seen a video. Someone just get ran over.
Yeah. Because think about it. Even the tension is high. People are trying to just get home from a long day of work. And you got massive amount of people just blocking you. You just want to get home.
He was down the street from the White House yesterday.
2 hours. You getting on the wrong side of other people too that have nothing to do with it. So,
yo, that's no joke too. Like that
joke.
Hit him and took off. That went, boom, and just kept going. Boom. Like wow, bro, that's crazy out there. That's crazy.
Tension is high.
Go eat. Don't play around, bro. They track you, bro.
He said that was me.
It's the algorithms, man.
Yo, for real, be careful.
Don't be messing around.
The algorithm might be turned on right now. They're like, I
don't know him.
Go G Music. That was him.
I do not know or condone no joke, man. It's crazy, bro. You know what's even more crazy? I know a lot of people that are police officers.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
It's scary.
And I hear on one side of the argument where they say when you get a badge, you have agreed to uphold a broken system because the system itself is corrupt. So when you go into there and you become, you take the oath and everything, you're taking an oath to a corrupt system.
So that's how they lump them all in.
That's how everybody with a badge is upholding a symbol of oppression and racism and a system of oppression or whatever. Everybody has it.
So what do you say about the cops that are now protesting with them?
I think it's dope.
So,
I think the Christians that are coming out. I seen a brother. Man, shout out to this brother. I forgot what his name is. My bad. I seen a brother that led this like gathering at basketball court, and like he split based on race. So you have black people on one side, white people on the other, and they both knelt together, prayed together, like just kind of like just showing that equality and that love for one another.
Yeah, that's dope.
Stuff like that. I seen videos, like you said, a sheriff leading the protests and making sure everybody's safe, knows the laws and whatnot. But then I see complete chaos, and I think it was in New York. In New York, one of the senates got arrested. Their own Senate, unless it's fake news. But I saw it. I was like, oh man, I'm just scrolling through like, what, man? I believe it all. Like I'm like, yep, fake news, real news, all of it is crazy. Everything is crazy right now.
That's why a lot
Twilight
of stuff
Zone,
sound crazy.
Upside Down.
It all makes sense.
Oh my goodness, like
it all makes sense. Marrio believes everything he reads.
Man, it's like what? It's like nah, I ain't trying to
Bigfoot.
I ain't trying to click. Nah, dude, it's like prayer time. It's like time to really dig into the word, bro. It's like, especially with emotions and all that stuff and like, wrestling with those kinds of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that feel the same way, that come from certain areas and have compassion and have, and sympathize. We have a story, brother. I mean, we got locked up. Yeah. We have a story. We have a situation where we dealt with some racist police officers, bro. Like we have our own story. You and I together as friends have an actual story about racism and police officers. Yeah. Real scenario. It ain't like, come on, like it's a thing. Like we're aware. We know. We understand. We get it. You know what I mean? Like
I completely understand.
So it's like, yeah, it is. Is it not thinking? Like people are saying, oh, they're posting all this stuff about the looting. You know what I mean? Like people posting about the looting, but I don't see them posting anything about George Floyd.
No.
I don't see nobody posting. And so people are saying that, like, yo, you posting all this stuff about one thing, but you're not posting about the other. Like, yo, which one's more important? Like, you're missing the point.
And that's the part where it seems like
it doesn't justify
away.
Like it doesn't justify it, but that's the reaction. That's the point. It's the reaction. Are some people taking advantage? Yes. And that's why we need both sides. That's why that sheriff that intervened and like helped. Well, didn't intervene. He helped.
Yeah,
he helped facilitate.
He was giving the laws. He was trying to like
or community leaders or pastors or people to take charge, take lead, man, to lead it the right way. You know what I mean?
By no means I'm not trying to downplay anything. It's just there's a certain level where your protest becomes destructive and it makes it go backwards. Especially if you want to be heard, and it's just a sad moment. There's a lot of people.
Pain. I saw LL Cool J recently. This LL Cool J, man, he's getting hurt. I never seen him on my feed. I never seen LL Cool J on my feed. I come across this one where he's just freestyling and he's angry. You can see his eyes all red. He's heated. It's like, what is this about? He's yelling in the camera. He's like, and he got this whole. Go check it out, man. It's pretty dope. And he just goes in on just the whole situation.
He was spitting off the top too, right?
And he was just. I'm sure it was written, but he was. It sounded like a freestyle. And then he got stoned for it. A bunch of people just looking to cancel everybody right now. Like everybody's just like on everybody's neck.
I feel like the people who are on the cancel have their finger on the button at all times.
They came right at LL. They came right at LL, and the L got emotional. L is not the kind of guy to get emotional like that, and the L gets emotional.
I even heard about what's his face. We're terrible with names today. Jimmy Fallon. how
we don't got no notes, bro. Like there's no doc today.
Yeah,
y'all.
we're just talking. Jimmy Fallon, I guess, had a clip from like back like 20 years ago, actually, because it was 2000. And it was like him, he did like a black face. You know what I'm saying? He like painted his face or whatever. But it was way back then, like 20 years ago. No issues, never been, no problems. He's a huge fan of the black community. He has the Roots that plays on his show every week. He travels with them. He does videos with them. Like, he's avid hip hop listener. Like, has there ever been any hint of racism? And now the cancel culture is trying to cancel him.
Yeah.
Because of that video he did 20 years ago. So it's like, even things that you did years ago could possibly surface.
They cancel everybody.
And ruin your career.
So LL jumps in all emotional, trying to defend himself. Then he comes back again, posts this thing saying, matter of fact, this is live.
Matter of fact.
This is live, y'all.
Yeah, we are live, aren't we?
I'm going to look this up. I want to look this up so that way I can say exactly how he said it. What's his name?
What's his name?
What's his Instagram name? LL Cool J. All right,
his
this is what he said. This guy walks around with a hammer and sees every problem as nail. But America needs heart surgery. You can't perform heart surgery with hammer.
Wow. He's actually on point.
So his assessment is true that the need is heart surgery. Yo, this is from LL Cool J. That's his actual Instagram. Go check out LL Cool J's account right now. Yo, Christians, hop on that, actually. Do we have a following enough to do that?
I don't know. Let's say
anyway. Can we do like a hashtag or see how
right there.
See how our momentum our momentum
check out
really is?
What
Christians
LL Cool J
unify.
said.
Go to LL Cool J's Instagram and give the gospel right now.
Because that dude is on to something.
Dude says, again, let me say it one more time.
He's being drawn.
This guy walks around with hammer and sees every problem as nail, but America needs heart surgery. Boom. Highlight. You can't perform heart surgery with hammer. Hammer. Bang, bang. Could that be like some kind of like take guns away thing? Like, yo, become like UK. All the cops said no more guns.
It could be
disarm everybody.
I think it could be meant literal because he's saying surgery. You can't perform a surgery with a hammer. Like literal. A doctor can't open up a body with a hammer. It's blunt.
Gotcha.
It's not sharp.
Okay.
So you need a knife.
I know. I'm thinking hip hop. I'm thinking hammer. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, you say you need
like
if you need the right tool. He's saying they just being like blunt, like
yeah,
rather than just
heart surgery,
simply cutting and making it easier.
That's an alley-oop.
Yeah,
that's an
what I'm saying.
alley-oop.
He's actually onto something because that's what I've been saying. A lot, and some people automatically go to, oh, you can't pray things away, but it's a matter of fact. Where you can't reason with someone if their heart is deceitful and wicked above all things, and what they believe in is what they believe in, and that's it. No moralistic compass, no anything. It's just whatever comes out of this heart is what I believe in. That's it. No matter what, it is what it is. And that's what we're dealing with right now. It's just emotions. And how can you navigate emotions? Emotions are fickle. One day we could feel strongly about one thing, and literally with just a tiny bit of evidence, will completely change our entire view and emotion.
That's social media.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to create movements nowadays, because if you don't create a movement, it'll die out.
Effective.
It'll die out real fast. You get everybody part of a movement, then it'll carry on, and even that movement, you still gotta promote. You still gotta keep the energy.
That the root of the issue is the heart. These people are
here's the thing.
It's a sin issue.
Hold up. All right. Goyi says New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio's daughter was arrested during protests. Yep. So they just arresting. They're just going crazy arresting. Everybody's just full of emotions right now. That's it. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Because I put myself in the shoes of the person that's heated and that's upset, and that's enough is enough. Like, I'm done. I completely get it. Yo, enough is enough. That's it. No more. No, I'm not laying down no more. No. I completely get it, dude. Yep. I completely get it. And then on the other side, where there's good officers that just want to do their job and mind their business and try to participate in a kind way to uphold their duty to actually protect and serve, and they really think in their mind, full conviction that that's exactly what they signed up for, that's exactly what they're carrying out. You know, even if despite what people say about them working for an oppressed system, because in a way, any job that we work at is going to be working for an oppressed system. Welcome to America. One way or another, you are a part of it.
It's capitalist.
One way or another. Which, by the way, is the importance of, and you know, this is preaching to myself, the importance of getting involved with knowing, you know, the system, knowing, you know, where we're at, knowing the laws of the land, knowing how to defend yourself, knowing how to be self-sufficient. My brothers have been telling me this for some time now. And I'll be it straight up. You know, I've been slacking on certain things, but just waking up, it's not too late to wake up. It's never too late to wake up, but you want to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to make sure that you're ready, take it serious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's age or what, or just the situation that's happening, but you start thinking about other things and you're like, yo, hold up. Time to wake up.
Facts.
You know, time to man up. You know what I mean? Like, America, it rocked us to sleep. It rocked us to sleep. And then as soon as something crazy happens, you can see how much influence you really have, or how much influence you really don't have. And then you got to buckle up and go for the ride, because if God says that is judgment, well, then it's judgment.
Yep.
And you just going to go along for the ride. So the motive and the desire should be, yo, go out and preach, man. Go out and be involved. Go out and love your neighbor. You know, mind your own affairs. Live a quiet life. Strive to be at peace with everybody. Seek first the kingdoms of God, and all these things shall be added to you. Don't forget it. Trust in the Lord and trust in Scripture. Stand on that alone, and use that to guide your steps. So with that said, we're going to jump into one of our featured tracks.
What a way to end the segment, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Was that all right?
Is
that all right?
Beautiful, man.
Here's Jarrell on God. Here we go.
Yeah, they always asking when the tour is. No, they really wanna see me blow. I always tell them I'm a tourist. Gotta send to me, then I'ma go. I don't really need my name and lights. I never truly cared about the fame. I just wanna love the city, live the kingdom while I do it all in Jesus' name.
Young nappy head with the dreads, trying to save the city from the cemetery. Ain't it crazy how we got 5 missions and we're still in need of missionaries? I'm an advocate for taking the gospel overseas, but why we going that far? Don't forget about the ones who never heard the gospel message in our backyard. No, it's hard to comprehend, but what we think is basic, they can't understand it. I told them I waited till marriage, they looked at me like I'm from another planet. That's why I'm careful when I'm talking, I ain't trying to beat them with the 10 commandments. Most of them don't have a problem with the gospel, they just hate the double standard. Like, why the church is planning in these neighborhoods, do we care about the residents? We finally get them in the building, then we going on and on about the president. Or we tell them they can live their best life in the name of being relevant. We're pretty good at swatting out the fly, while we did not, we ever saw the elephant. I did a thing with Louis Giglio and Carrie Joe, then I came back home. People still walking up and down the streets of San Antonio with their mind gone. I'm always grateful for the opportunity, but this is way more than singing songs. This is more than neon lights, this is Nehemiah building up the city wall. They always asking when the tour is. I know they really wanna see me blow. I always tell them I'm a tourist. You gotta send to me, then I'ma go. I don't really need my name and lights. Never truly cared about the fame. I just wanna love the city, live the kingdom while I do it all in Jesus' name. And I promise that's on God. You hear me? That's on God. The world may never feel me, but the city will, homie. That's on God. Right hand on the Bible. Yeah, that's on God. We just wanna see revival. Yeah, that's on God. Said he believes in God, but what's crazy is he's living his life like an atheist. Watching porn like God ain't watching him, and he's pretending God ain't in his radius. His mind was twisted every day, he was molested, he's accepted, that's the way he is. His dad abandoned him, his mom's a lesbian, his church is praying out one day he gets it. Who gon' teach him how to be a dad? Who gon' teach him how to love his wife and kids and be the man that homie never had? Are we doing it? Are we about the Great Commission, sitting in the church doing mass? Talking about how bad it is, our activism rarely gets beyond the stained glass. We don't really get it, why they out there living with the thing tough. Big dreams trying to get the green up, and I try to tell them they can't take it with them, but they trying to die like the king tut. I'm sick of prison ripping families apart.
They always asking when the tour is. I know they really.
On God, Jarrell, fire.
That track is ridiculous.
Shout out to the prayer
Fire.
plug. We love you. Always putting us on. Always staying
On
connected.
God.
We love you.
On God is fire.
Dope. And in God's providence, I didn't line that up on purpose, man. That's just on God. Like, yeah.
On God.
On God. I didn't line that up.
Is that bad to say? Is that like taking his name?
No,
in vain?
man. That's no, on God.
On God.
Real talk.
On guard.
Real talk. On God to me is like real talk. On God. I don't know. Some people might be like,
That's
oh,
true.
I don't like it. You're taking the
That is very-
like you can't use God with lowercase. Like what happens then? If you,
I would hit him with, all right, how about, can I put a T after Lord?
how do you know what
Can I
G?
say Lord?
How do you know what G I'm using?
Is
You
that
don't know.
bad?
You can't examine my heart. You don't know what God I'm talking
Well,
about.
that would be, I would retort with, can I say Lord?
Can I say Lord?
Can
Of
I put
course
a
you can
T
say
at the
Lord.
end of the Lord
Of course you can say
and
Lord.
say Lord?
As
The
long
Lord
as it's
has
lowercase
blessed
L.
me.
If it's lowercase L, then yes.
If it's the lowercase L, wait a minute.
Then yes, you may.
You can't use Lord.
Words are words, man, right?
For me, they just
how far does that go? Words are just syllables, man. Like,
at the end of the day,
what is dung?
what is dung?
Oops.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's unclean.
If see now it's a cultural thing because right now they're like dung. Ugh. Nobody knows.
Pish posh.
Back in the day, dung. They'd be like, oh, did he just? That
Yeah,
we would
so-
have to block that. We'd have to. What would you do back in the day if you didn't have the beep? What'd you do? Like the ma? You use like a sheep, like that.
Can you imagine living in a day where dung?
Oh
is
my
a-
goodness, is
where-
that
where
ma
dung
on the
is a
floor?
swear? It's like,
Is that?
oh look,
That's during a play.
he left a pile of
That.
dung is a bad word. Jeez Louise, what time is that? They must look at us as heathens. Oh my goodness, look at those heathens. They say things worse than dung. Oh, pigs.
Hold up. There's no measurement to that. They'll listen to us and be like, get that out of here. What is that gibberish?
That
They're like-
means nothing.
that means-
Back in my day, we said things like dung. Now that is a swear, young man.
The music changed it up. Dung, da, dung, dung.
Dung diddy dung
Dung,
dung
da, dung, dung,
diddy
dung.
dung diddy.
Where? The two comes up. Where?
Wait, isn't
It's
there
right there.
like a hip hop track
Can you
that
please
was
pick
like
it
that?
up?
Dung diddy dung diddy dung diddy dung.
Hey,
diddy.
yo, finally caught you live again. What up, Jimmy? What's going on, partner?
Jimmy
You came in
Paredes.
just in time. We're talking about dung, da, dung, dung.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you came in just in time, dude.
Now that's a swear, young man.
What were we
Step
talking
your
about,
game
bro?
up.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about swearing for some reason. I don't know. And dung. That was fun.
All right, what else is popping, bro?
What else is pop? That you know what that translates?
What
Kill
else?
you killed the vibe.
What else is popping out there, man?
Please don't kill my vibe.
Is Corona still a thing, or
It's Corona. For me, I feel
Corona-
like it was canceled.
Is it? Did it like pause?
I
Did
feel like
take
it was
a-
canceled.
Did it take a brief pause? Did,
Yeah.
did it say, you know what? During this time, we don't got to bother nobody. Let's just stop. Let's just-
Corona
let's
was
just keep it what
literally
it is.
everywhere. Literally
So much for
everywhere.
social distancing. Yo,
And
for
now
real.
I'm
For
on
real.
YouTube right now, and I hit the trending button, and it's protest, looters,
Yeah.
must watch. Check out
happened?
what got stolen. You'll never believe the chain that got stolen from this store. It's all about protest and this,
Bro, and then
that.
there's Photoshop everything happening.
It's
You're
like
like, what?
And then I'm seeing all these people protesting, not respecting the 6 feet. So I'm like, I'm expecting the coronavirus to spike now. Now they're going to be like, it's another reported 20,000 corona cases.
Actually, it went down, no?
It did
Yeah.
go down. And it's because
Thank
people started gathering together. Aha.
Oh, if you get together.
If you get together,
First of
we
all-
can kill the
first of all,
virus.
who is this person analyzing us, Gil? Because you're using this like British accent of somebody just watching.
I don't know. I feel like whenever somebody's smart, it has to sound British. Think about it.
I don't-
Even
I don't know how to
Hollywood
do it.
thinks of that. The
I don't know how to
smartest
do it.
person in the room is always the British guy.
Why is it a British alien in a UFO?
007.
Aha.
He was always the smartest guy in the room. He's like, hello, I am 007.
Actually, no. The newer movies make him like a Jason Bourne. He's more like American, and even in
He
the
still
British
had an
film.
accent. Even the last dude
No,
with
I'm
the
saying
blonde hair.
like the way he was like full of action. It wasn't
yeah.
gadgets. It was like
Yeah,
the dude
no.
was
The original man, like the
the
old
new
school
one. The new one.
The new one.
Yeah, the new 007.
Yeah, with the guy with the blonde hair.
the British dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they don't go to the gadgets. They make him brolic. Like they make
Yeah,
him like
he wasn't like reliant on the cool little
no,
pens
no,
and-
no.
He had some gadgets, but it was
he was
more
like a
him.
cowboy, bro. He was
Yeah.
more like a
He was
cowboy.
gun toting.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was dope. It was a
I
different.
want to
take.
see him versus Jason Bourne. Like I want to see a movie where they collide together.
Dang.
Like imagine if they did a crossover.
Jason
where-
Bourne is just gonna
where
grab
they
a
needed-
book anywhere he can find. it.
Jason
Just be like,
Bourne.
"Gah."
Jason Bourne ends up
So
coming
there's a book
into,
involved.
his territory, and they get James Bond to go after Jason Bourne. And there's moments where they just go at it,
That'd be
bro.
fire. That'd be fire. There's actually the people on YouTube that create movie like
That'd be
mashups.
fire.
Like they'll get like the Predator versus Wolverine.
Oh,
stuff
yeah, I
like
seen
that.
those.
That
I
would
seen
be
those.
fire if they did like actors.
Jason Bourne versus
Jason
007.
Bourne. 007. Yeah, that would be fire.
I'll watch it.
Do crossovers like that, like different movie characters.
Yeah.
Have like I don't know, the Tomb Raider versus Indiana Jones.
Ooh,
That'd be kinda fire.
Ooh, okay. I
That'd
like
be kind
that.
of fire.
All right,
I'd watch that.
all right. Let me try one.
See who else? Movies.
Movies.
And it's also games. You can even use games.
All right, so good. Nah, but games is too obvious. I like what you're doing.
Well, Tomb
Give me
Raider is
more
a
of those.
movie and a
Give me
game.
more of those. What else we got?
Let's see.
Tomb Raider versus Indiana Jones. That will be a crazy battle.
Yeah, it would. Dad, let's see. Today. Okay, who are the guys we have today?
They did a Oh, well, that's a movie. Never mind. Go ahead.
What about Candyman versus Jason? Done that?
Yeah.
Because they did the Freddy Krueger
I
versus
feel like
Jason.
it's too commercialized and too like
Yeah. All right, so let's keep it to the same like real life people. What about like Al Pacino versus
you know who they put
not Al
in?
Pacino, Tony Montana versus like
gangster against gangster.
yeah, I mean
Gangster
we're doing
against
mashups
gangster.
and they're movie characters. Well, they've done movies. with them.
Somebody did a meme of what's his name? The preacher, the one that hits with the Benny Hinn.
Yeah.
And it said James White and
Oh my gosh.
and the
Where's this going?
The Blazer said sound theology, and he was hitting a person, and it all said like Catholicism, Muslims, this, that, and all these religions on the other side. Like he was smacking them away or whatever.
Wait, who was the person smacking him away?
James White with sound theology.
Who did that meme?
I have no idea.
I was about to say,
But
what?
James White is another one that they get on too.
Yeah, man.
Yo, prayers,
But I
man.
mean, it's bound to happen when you're a person who debates other people.
Somebody said,
Like you're literally giving people to scrutinize you because you're scrutinizing other faiths. You know, that's literally what he does. Like, you know, that's the platform that he has. He has debates against Muslims, against
"Ooh, that's good."
Jehovah's Witness. I think he's done before. He's done a bunch of different, but he's mostly known for the Muslim debates. He's debated a lot of Muslim, like high in their faith people who have books, you name it.
Yeah.
So it's hard when you put yourself in that limelight. They're gonna scrutinize you, bro. They're gonna look at every single word you say because if you're giving yourself the title of this debater, and your job is to scrutinize people's faith and what they believe in. You're asking for it for yourself too. So anything he says, you know, people are like looking at it with a fine tooth comb.
Yeah.
Everything. I would not want to be in that position.
They're talking about people feeling like a lot of people in that position.
Yeah.
Especially
right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is not a good time
now.
to be a social media influencer.
No.
It's not. Sorry. But I'm just telling you the facts. Because you gotta be like super, super careful what you say and even what you don't say.
Facts. This is the truth. It is what it is, man.
Right now, it's not a good time.
It's everywhere, dude.
It's
like,
crazy.
You
Right
can't,
now.
I don't think there's anybody, unless you're like completely disconnected. If you connected, you know what's going on. Can't I don't even know how to change subjects. Like I was watching like other shows. Like, okay, so like Dr. Dre, go back to Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre had an interview with Lil Wayne, and he was Lil Wayne was like, they talked about what was going on.
Yep.
And then Lil Wayne jumped into a whole question about his album coming up, and and Dr. Dre was like, yo, this is wild, man. I don't know how you just gonna switch up after that? Like,
it's tough, man, because you're like looters. Everybody's suffering, injustice. Man, my album is gonna be fantastic. You feel a shadow, like you feel like,
yeah, bro,
dude. You should not be talking about yourself.
You know what? Loving your neighbors, bro. You feel the pulse of what's going on. You feel the pressure of what's going on.
And literally, there's nothing in the world right now that is happening. This is the first time, at least for me, that I've seen a situation literally take over the world.
So what do you feel about how is coronavirus literally gonna just disappear, bro? Like,
that's what it looks like, bro.
I got a real question.
It literally, it looks like they turned it off with a faucet. Like they were like, "Oh wow, this is effective. Turn that off. We don't need it anymore,
dude."
If
nobody talks about coronavirus again after this,
dude,
just goes away.
I am going on.
No.
And on pages and pages
Hold on.
YouTube right now on what's trending, and it's all George Floyd, protests, looters, protests. Dude, there's not one thing.
I know.
On Corona.
I get the news.
Nothing.
What I'm saying is, even the reality of the number of people affected has just dropped significantly. Even while people are out together protesting side by side.
That's my point. Because the way things have been happening, it's plenty. They said within 30 minutes, no, 15 minutes. If you're in the vicinity of someone who's infected within 15 minutes, you will either get the effects or you're not. Well, at least you're infected. Then it takes about 7 days for you to feel the effects. So in the next 7 days, because this has all been happening within this week, all these protests. Wow. So within the next 7 days, we're about to see
what's going to happen.
Either the numbers go crazy or the numbers go to nowhere. And we're like,
well, what just happened?
I guess we can be in public.
Well, bro, I could tell you.
Because this is hundreds, if not thousands of people out here.
I could tell you for
and if numbers never change.
I could tell you for a fact, 100% fact, that things are getting set up for people to go back to normal. Let's just say it like that. I can tell you for a fact.
It looks like another Tuesday.
It's gonna come right back to normal.
Nobody's gonna
this
talk
never
about
happened. If in the next 2 weeks they just drop it, no, bro. I'm not letting that slide.
I'm telling you.
I'm not letting that slide.
I'm telling you. And the thing is,
is the
that
pain
people were
we had
saying
to go
that.
Through?
People were saying that even when the past, like, the bird flu and the mad cow disease and all this stuff.
What, that
even back then, that they came and went. People like that. Everybody just forgot that last week all these people died of mad cow.
No.
Yeah, this has been happening every single situation. There's always at least one person that goes, dang, everybody, we just completely just gonna walk by this? No more? Okay. And then we keep it going.
This was different, bro.
I know. I'm just saying, I hope it doesn't happen because...
This almost crashing economy.
I hope so. I hope that it's not just one of those things that just comes and goes. All I'm saying
There's businesses that are not going to come back, bro. There's businesses that close up and not going to return.
I know.
I've
seen them.
Even in the Cape.
But another business is going to fill its spot and just continue like if it was nothing. And it's hard for me to say this, but look, dude, in history, we've seen this. People just carry on and it just becomes a story.
Nah.
Dude, I'm just saying. Look, not to bring light to anything, but even the most scariest moments of our histories are just history now. Like now people are using it for causes and things like that. But it's not something that's in front of people's faces all the time. So people just kind of just push it to the side. There was a lot of deaths for all of those diseases that have passed on. It wasn't as bad as this where economy kind of crashed on it, but still, it still happened. Do you remember it? Do you remember the people who died, the names and all that they shared at that time? No, it's just eventually it just fades. So I hope to God that this is not one of those. I hope that we embrace the situation and the change actually happens and we move forward and it just doesn't.
Well, what is the change for the COVID? Like, there's no change for that. We're just waiting now.
I'm
for
just
them
saying,
to just say,
up until this point.
When does it become okay for us to take the masks off? Like,
For real.
Like, when does it become
It's a teachable
okay?
lesson in everything because there's even people like
Yo,
cops
cops
speaking up and saying,
I'm
honestly
weird?
wondering, me as a police officer, wondering how are we getting away with locking people up for congregating at beach?
Hold up. Now that you mention that,
even a cop is questioning.
Hold up. We got the COVID-19
Mm-hmm.
that caused the social distancing and the quarantining.
Yep.
Caused the economy to collapse.
Yep.
People losing their jobs, all this stuff, and then they're putting signs all on the grounds, one way,
Yep.
social distancing, ordering, and then this situation happens where now they're putting curfews and saying 6:00 p.m. everybody inside. Are you noticing like
a lot of control happening?
Are you noticing are you noticing a
There's
pattern? Are you noticing a pattern?
But nobody's really listening to the curfew.
Do this,
because the riots are still happening. You know, people are still out there.
Well, yeah. Well, now people are having enough. But my point is, are you noticing the pattern of control?
Yeah.
It's like prepping. It's like how you call it? It's like getting you familiar. There's a word for it. I know there is, bro.
Yeah,
I know
you're getting accustomed. Like,
I know there's a technical word for that.
Trained, like
but
mentally trained.
You getting prepped, man. You getting like, without Shane. Shane's jumping in. Shane, you gotta help me with this. So what is it? Like, it's like preparation. Like they're trying to. They're seeing how far they can get away with it. They want to see, like, if I do this, like, are they gonna? Let's see what happens.
Like a live experiment.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it is like that.
Conditioned.
There you go. Thank you. I knew Shane was going to come in and save the day. Conditioned. Thank you, brother. Conditioned.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to go conspiracy, but it's weird how
it
starts
very
with
weird.
Social distancing, quarantining, stay at your crib.
It's very strange. This whole process
wear a mask.
is strange.
You need to walk one at a time, single file, go go down the aisles the way they tell you. Like, hold on. And then all of a sudden, bam, 6:00 curfews, bro.
Yep.
6:00 curfews.
Yeah.
Dude, you can imagine how people are feeling. Like, no matter who you are, you can imagine how people are feeling right now. Like, what's happening? Like, yo, real talk.
Yeah,
Where's COVID? So is COVID part of this? Like, where's COVID now? What's it today, babe? Today, mass.
Telling you.
What's it today, mass? 50? What was it, 50?
What, 50 what?
68 what?
68? Like 6'8"?
68.
68,000.
So people are still,
Dag, so it really is less. But like I said, in the next 7 days, we're going to find out because this has been all these riots and looting and all this has been happening within this week. So in the next 7 days, we're going to see if the number jumps from some crazy astronomical number. We're going to know that people still need to be social distancing. And this just made things worse on a whole nother level. Now you got people protesting, getting other people sick.
And in the middle of that, you got still natural disasters happening in other countries. Floods coming in and like just, you still got all these things.
Yeah.
You got, I think it was.
The world don't stop.
Was it Hazakim? Hazakim posted something that they were like, oh, they think it's a meteor coming. So now it's like, okay, we got SpaceX took off. We got a meteor coming. We got,
I'm telling you, it's all them CEOs. They in that spaceship.
Yo.
That launch is all the CEOs that randomly just quit all their companies.
As soon as social media shuts down, like that's when you gotta be concerned. Like
when all social media
when everything
down?
just gets disconnected and you're like,
my
oh
goodness.
shoot, here like that. That's when you're like, okay.
All the Instagram models are gonna be like, oh my god.
Does somebody have a landline? Like, does anybody have a landline? Like, are there any more like the phones that you could use, the public phones? Like, because everybody's
gonna have like this cinematic moment.
Speaking of which,
where they go to their landline.
Speaking of which,
it's like they're
hold
reuniting.
on. Speaking of which, at the White House, they had the president go down to the bunker during the protesting at the White House. And the reason why they sent them down is because there was a moment, a period of time where the power shut down. Everything shut down.
Wow. That's scary.
Everything shut down. So they brought them down to the bunker in the White House. And they don't know what, there was no reports on what that was, but it shut down.
That's kind of crazy. That was the Lord.
What do you think of Trump posing up with the Bible?
That's probably why he did that. He was like, yo, the Lord is mad.
Time out. Hold on, let's talk about it. We gotta at least touch up on that.
Yo, the thing is, I don't know what the motive was, but he went over there.
News was saying they shut the lights off. So
who's they? Was it the protesters?
Was it Trump's people who?
Or was it the janitor who was just sweeping and he was just like,
like Pedro,
oh,
Pedro.
And he just flipped it back on.
He's like, oh.
Sorry.
It's always Pedro, man.
My bad.
Freaking Pedro. What are you doing? What are you doing in Washington now? Bro, how did you get down here so quick? How did you become a maintenance guy in the White House?
Pedro.
You were just working on my podcast.
He said, I read that the White House shut the lights off. Also, it was the White House.
They shut it off.
So it was Pedro.
So they panicked.
It was
They shut it
Pedro.
off, and they rushed the
Pedro
the
was sweeping.
down
He
to
hit
the
the switch.
To the bunker.
It was Pedro.
So they were like, uh-oh.
I like
They're
that
gonna
story
rush.
better.
They're gonna rush. That's
And I'm
kind of
sticking to
yo.
it.
That's concerning. So they were gonna rush in. Like what?
Well, I mean, that's what they
crazy.
thought was gonna happen because the
Like,
White
what?
House shut their own
Yo,
lights.
these dudes about to
and
rush up in here.
And what was it? What are they called? The agents that walk with them, the Secret Service. It was like, oh, Trump, we're gonna have to get you to the bunker. The lights are off.
It was Trump. It was actually Trump trying to turn on the bathroom light. Oh, it's like it's the big red button. Do not touch. It's this one.
President, we're gonna have to get you to the bunker. They're trying to say you're not lit.
Oh, Trump, the power went off. Oh, was it this one?
Was it this one?
Hey guys, this is gonna be huge. Flips the switch.
Watch this.
It was me, guys.
Watch how they respond. Look at them. Look at them running.
This is gonna be huge.
Look at
Watch this deal.
Watch this deal. Like what? That's why I'm
gonna make a deal with
bro,
the White House.
If he hit the
Turn
wrong button,
on,
that's a scary thought, bro. That's like, that's like. Is this the garage door? Dude,
Is this the garage door? Why is he at the garage?
Dude, whoops.
Why?
No, that was the first horse. No.
The apocalypse!
That was
the apocalypse! They would blame Trump.
He got the horses.
They would blame Trump. Trump! The apocalypse!
He got
Dang you with your red hair.
Yeah!
You let the horse loose.
He got the button to the horses. Yo, that's why it's gold moments, bro. That's why, man.
First of all, how did Trump get spiritual warfare in his possession?
You know what? Enough is enough. Release the first horse. Wait a minute.
Release the first horse. And why did he have a British accent at that moment?
How do you have that button?
You know what? I'm sick of America.
Nobody
release the first horse.
The horse is in the back.
The horse is in the bag. He got the horses in the bag. That's messed up.
Yo, where do you transition from there, bro? Okay. Yeah. No. I want to know for real. It's good discussion. What are your thoughts on Trump taking pictures, holding the Bible?
I don't know his motive. I can't speak to, you know what I'm saying? Like on something that I don't know. So
get your keyboard out, Shane.
To me, it looked strange because he's never done this before. Like he hasn't done this. He just poses usually with pastors, you know, people who have influence. But he's never posted with the Bible. So because he's never done it before and it's out of character, it seems political. Forced? Like
it's forced?
Like he's just trying to.
Okay, you know what demographic? Because we know it's all demographic. Who is he trying to reach? Who do you think?
The Christians, obvious. He's trying to appeal to the Christians right now.
What Christians?
What do you mean? What Christians?
What? I'm Christian.
All of them.
You're Christian. Is he appealing to you? Are you looking at Trump with the Bible right now? Like,
no,
he got my vote.
You asked me what is he saying? What is he trying to say? That's what he's trying to say. That's not what I take from it. To me, it seems forced in that he's just trying to get the attention of Christians. But his motive is he's trying to get the Christians on his side. Like, I walk with you. I look at what I hold in my hands and look at how I'm looking at it. Such respect.
Yeah.
And I'm putting it to the sky because I worship the true God as well. Like, all of it is symbolism. He has it up high.
It's sort of like, it's
you know
kind
what I'm
of
saying?
It's kind
Somebody said he was holding it upside down.
Real talk.
But he had the tassel in the middle. And when it goes down like that, that means it's right side up. Because when you open the Bible, the tassel starts from the top down. You know what I'm saying? So he had it right side up. But it's just the point.
Shane,
why? Why did he have the Bible like,
Shane says,
look what I'm holding, guys. Look what I can do.
Shane says, to be honest, I don't know the motive, but that is a version of taking the Lord's name in vain. He doesn't know the motive, but that's a version of taking the Lord's name in
without
vain.
knowing context.
However, Christians are inconsistent because, what is that? Pelosi? How you say his name? And Clinton have done it, and they disregarded it. But because he's a Republican, so people are jumping on it. Because he's a Republican, they jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Clinton has done it. Pelosi
the thing is, they all have done it. Even the whole thug
Everybody
comment,
has done it.
Barack did the exact same thing. He called the Baltimore rioters and looters thugs as well. So that's why it's like we have to look at everything as a whole, not as just these specific words or these specific things or these specific ways of treating things.
Bro, it's politics.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
bro, it's politics at the end of the day.
How do we know?
Yo,
like, how do we know the truth?
Back in the day, you know what they did back in the day? They just grab you up and throw you in there. Just like, bang, get it. You're voting for me. Like that's they bullied people back in the day. They grab you up.
I remember the days where nobody gave, nobody cared about.
Correct. Absolutely, Gil, Shane says.
Yo, I appreciate it. Like, I remember the days where you could just talk about who you voted for and nobody cared. Nobody was like, like,
both
just
wings
let people be.
You
know what I'm saying?
To the same bird. It's the same system, right?
Like,
both sides.
I could understand if somebody says something offensive to you, like, oh, I think your view is stupid and you should shut your mouth. Then I understand you fighting your point, but I see people like, oh, I believe in what Trump says and I believe in his policies and stuff. Oh, you disgusting person. Like, why is somebody disgusting because they believe in a certain thing? Vice versa. Just on the other side, seeing someone who opposes them, you hearing their views, on the opposite of what Trump believes. And you're hearing the same thing. Oh, you disgusting person. I can't believe you believe. Why can't people just believe what they believe in?
You know what's happening?
Pray for them.
No, you know what's happening? It's more complex, bro. It's more complex. I'm starting to get it. What's happening is that you're right. That's what's happening is that you're right. You're pointing out the obvious against people who are utilizing the situation and equipping themselves with the situation to just, I don't know what the motive is. Be seen, be heard. I'm important. I don't know. Where you have other individuals that are truly affected by the situation. And then when you say what you say, how you say it, some people might take offense because some people are like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that.
Even if it's the truth.
I don't want to hear it. I don't care what you say. I'm seeing that because I could totally. How many times you been in a situation where you're like, you're calling out something that I'm doing that I chosen to do. It is what it is. I'm acting out. That's what acting out is.
Yeah.
You worked in a program. You worked in a program. What was acting out for? When there was some sort of injustice on the program, on the unit, when somebody did something to disturb the environment and the kids knew that you did wrong, kids knew, what do? They stand up and they act out because they feel that that's the only way that they can be heard. Who's going to represent them? Which dude is going to represent them if they got nobody to speak on their behalf and it's their word against staff and staff has all the power and all the control? Dude, if I was a kid in these programs, I'll be scared to death, bro. I'll be like, dude, I got no choice but to step up, bro.
Yeah.
I got no choice but to defend myself. I got no choice but to act out. I got no choice. Now you do have choices. I'm saying, I'm not condoning the behavior. I'm not trying to be for that. I have, like I said, I have people that are police officers that are friends, family even. I love them to death, and I hate to hear the situations that they're in because I know where they came from. They came from these They came from here.
Yeah.
They came from these places.
Yep.
They were brought up in the same places that these kids were brought up. They became police officers, and they mean to do well, for real, for real. You know how many breaks, how many, how they're rooting for them.
There are good cops out there.
They're siding, they're with them. They know their parents, they know their mom, they know their dad, grew up with their uncle. They are invested in the city, and they wear the badge to do exactly what it says, protect and serve. Now, the whole other thing that they're, joining, again, I don't want to reiterate that, but, what I'm saying is I can understand.
But the thing is,
I can understand my point. Hold on, let me finish.
Two sides to this.
But let me
it's
finish.
Not just a racism thing, but now
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point because I had a point. My point was that I can understand where the frustration is, that when you said what you said earlier, that was my whole point, that somebody could say, yo, I ain't trying to hear what you just said. I'm not trying to hear that. So what do you do with the individual who's looking at you where you're calling him out and he's saying, I'm not trying to hear what you're saying. No, enough is enough. I'm going to act out. So you're going to make a change because I'm going to act out. I'm going to keep acting out till you make a change. I don't care what nobody says. Now you have to make a change. I'm going to make you have to change. I'm going to make you change. What do you do to that individual? That's where the prayer is. That's where the prayer is, that you have community leaders and people like the sheriff that stepped up and led the thing. Like, you have people that are involved and have the compassion because they need people need guidance. And there are people that are doing that. There are people who are feeling conviction to stand up and be involved in ways that help motivate the right way to make a stand. You said something about Chappelle saying, what did Chappelle say?
It's a fact. Like, Chappelle was like, yo, you really want to know how you can affect change? He's like, if every African-American, every black African-American was to just go out and get their gun license at the same time, just everybody, or at least those that can get it, because obviously if you have a record and, you can't. But if you're able, if this just large amount of people just go out and get their license, he was like, you watch and see how the government will pay attention.
Yeah, facts. I would say knowing, like,
it's funny, but it's true.
Knowing the laws of the land, like, that's basically what he's saying. Like, know how to defend yourself, know the laws of the land, know the stuff that we said before.
Mm-hmm. There's that to me in and of itself is what is making me look into it really and getting myself, armed because of the fact that it's a law that we have. You have a right to arm yourself. That's there for a reason. And I'm not saying to get it and be reckless and use it for any conflict. That's not what I'm saying, because there's laws, there's things you need to learn.
Killer Mike says the same thing.
You have to really, even when you go to school to learn about getting a license, they tell you, like, if you don't know your laws, you can get yourself in trouble, even if you think you're right. Because it's not the law.
Everybody has their own individual.
Like, for an example, the stand your ground law in Massachusetts, it's completely different than Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, you can feel threatened and arm yourself and pull out and show the person that you really mean business. And if they decide to attack, you can blow. Whereas in Massachusetts, you can't do that.
You can't even
law.
You have to keep the gun and the ammunition separate.
No, you can have it on you, but you can't pull it out. None of that.
No, I mean, when you store it at the crib, they got to be in separate locations, right?
In your house?
Yeah. When you store it.
It depends on the type of license you have. If you have an LTC license without any restriction, you can have it loaded in your home as long as it's in a safe. It can't just be out. You know what I'm saying? If the cop just came in and your gun is loaded just out, no safeties, no nothing, you can get in trouble. It has to be completely. Unless you do have it out, then yes, it needs to be completely separated. No way of, like,
That's crazy, bro. The laws.
That's what I'm saying. There's
some areas are so restricted.
There's
that it's
so many
what's
laws,
the point of having it? Like,
and understand your ground.
How you gonna defend yourself?
If you have a way out, you're supposed to run.
Be like, hold on. 1 second. Yo, it reminds me of...
but that's a fact.
It reminds me of dude when he was trying to bring up where the guns were at. Yo, hold on a second. Come over here. Do you want a sandwich? Can I make a sandwich?
Gun compartment. Yo,
Hold
but
on.
seriously,
Let me use the bathroom real quick.
if you don't,
Gun compartment.
yo, and that's the thing. If you don't know your laws, that could get you in trouble. Or you could learn about things that you didn't know existed, like the gun compartment.
Gun compartment. Hold on. Ooh, you want to get me while I'm there?
You want to see me play my drum set? Check this out.
Gun compartment.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh, gun compartment.
Oh,
no, but seriously
goodness,
though,
dude.
Yo, Christians, non-Christians watching this show, learn your laws. You know, and if
yo, Shane,
if it's not against your conscience,
yo, did Shane put ja.
Ja. That's the Spanish laugh. That's that Spanish laugh.
Is that Shane? Don't tell me put Shane put ja.
He did. He did. Yes, he did.
Yo, I miss you, Shane, man. You gotta come back, dude. Real talk.
At least a guest episode.
But ja. Oh man, no, but go ahead.
No, but seriously, like you should definitely learn the laws because it's different everywhere. You know, you need to know even the type of weaponry you can get because even out here in Mass, like you're not assault rifles are completely against the law here, banned. Where in Texas, you can get anything, literally, probably anything. So everything needs to be
Texas is its own country,
learned, pretty much.
Texas
pretty much, man, because that place is everybody packing. I don't know how crime still exists out there,
and it's not just arming you, like for self-defense and all that, and all lawful purposes.
For all lawful purposes, that's what I mean. That's what I said. It's not for you to get out there and start trouble.
No.
Start looking for trouble or using it at your protests. Like, no, that's not what it's for. But you should definitely know your laws and protect yourself.
But it's not just that part of it, but it's also like, again, going back to like being self-sufficient and learning how to grow your own, your own supplies, how to grow your
That's
own food.
another one, man.
Because people ain't thinking like, well, some people are
learning
saying,
how to use a map. I don't even know how to use a map, bro. I look at a map and it's like Chinese.
Don't do that.
I'm serious.
I
wouldn't even know where to start. At least the GPS says you're here. Yeah. I would be like, where am I?
You need a map to tell you.
I don't even know where I am. How do I know where to go? You need to find where you at in order to go know where you're going.
No.
I'll be like, huh? Okay.
That is false. Dickhead.
I'll become Pedro.
Pedro. Do you know how to read this map?
Legit, bro.
Dickhead.
Wifey does know. She knows. She learned how to read a map, so I got her.
You backpack. She's the one. She's the one with the backpack.
Yo,
backpack. Wifey, do you know where we are? Yeah, hold on a second.
I know where to go. It goes this way. Say it with me. Rocky.
Uh-oh. There's like a challenge up ahead. Uh-oh.
We're gonna jump here, Gilbert. Say
she tells you there's a police trap up ahead.
Now that I think about it, my wife does kind of treat me like that when she teaches me Spanish. She'll be like, say brincar.
There's a police trap up ahead. And it's like, wait a minute, how do you know there's a police trap up ahead on a map? Like you're looking at the map.
That's my wife's Indian roots. She puts her ear to the ground. She goes,
there's a police trap.
Huh? There's a police trap. Oh yeah, that's my Taino.
That's Swiper. He comes
the
behind.
Swiper.
He comes. The cruiser comes behind you. Swiper, no swiping.
Stupid.
It's the cruiser.
How did you make my life into Dora? First of all, let's rewind. You made my life into Dora. So who am I? The monkey?
You're Diego, man.
At least you gave me a human. I'm Diego.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know.
Thank you.
It's late.
Babe, late. I hope don't get offended by this if you're watching.
No.
He called you Dora.
She got the Spanish speaking parents. No,
you messed up. You're so foul. So foul. All kinds of foul.
No,
and I can't be her because they're cousins. Ain't they cousins? Ain't Diego and her cousins?
Oh, we just lost everybody.
Dang, man.
Dope. What else? What else is what about movies?
Any movies, man? Everything is canceled, bro. Movie theaters is canceled.
Any dope movies coming out?
Man, I'm watching cartoons with my kids. I watch Trolls. Rock the World or something like that.
So bad, man. I miss the theater experience, man.
I miss it.
I miss bringing my family to the theater, 3D glasses. I miss the popcorn sitting down.
Yo, the thing is that stinks is that when they open them doors, the movies are going to be ridiculously packed. You're going to have your kids on your shoulders.
Go
just
see
so everybody
Just
can
Mercy.
fit. Huh?
It's free on Amazon Prime. Just Mercy. Go see the gospel. What is it called?
Yes, on
the
Netflix.
American Gospel. On
the
Netflix?
American Gospel.
Did you know BM2 worked on that?
Really?
BM2 did video work for that. Shane, did you know that?
I did not know that. Yo, shout out to BM2. That's
shout
dope.
out to BM2 who did who did video work.
By far. If you have anybody who is seriously questioning you about the gospel, you know, and you want to make sure you give them every morsel in a small package, let them watch this documentary because, man, they explain the gospel so dope and so intricately from beginning to end.
Me and Sammy were watching it.
Yo, it's dope.
It was fire.
It's dope.
It was cool seeing Jackie Hill.
It's been a long time since I heard the gospel.
Jackie Hill was in it.
Yeah, it was a lot
Paul
of people.
Washer was
People
in
that I
it.
didn't even expect on there. Like Jackie Hill was a surprise to me. Not that I wouldn't expect her on a show like this, but because they had all these pastors. Then Jackie Hill pops up. I was like,
I thought Jackie Hill was a pastor.
I didn't. Is she?
No,
I don't know that. I didn't know.
Look at Shane is like, delete that.
He's like the Simpson.
Joe Osteen. He had Joe Osteen out there.
Yeah, he did, but in the greatest ways.
Mama, tú tienes.
Tú tienes.
Ay.
Mira que tú tienes.
Yeah. Yo, we're about to jump into our featured track, and we're about to cut out, man.
Yeah, man. Wow, that actually went by. We have 4 minutes left.
Yeah, we're chilling, man.
By
he was in
gosh.
it. Oh, Joel Osteen. Yeah, I know he was in it.
Yeah, all of them were.
By Josh.
Hinn.
What do you mean by Josh? Josh was in here?
No, man. I was saying by gosh.
Oh, by gosh. Oh, it's my bad.
Jeez.
We're going to jump into a feature track. This is TeeJay Godfearing, Lost
TeeJay
and Found.
Godfearing.
Love you, TeeJay. And then we're going to cut out from
You'll
here.
appreciate that call. TeeJay Godfearing.
Yeah, he's going to be like,
You'll appreciate that.
Thanks, y'all.
That's for y'all. That's for you, man.
Tag me in that.
TeeJay Godfearing. I'll even do another note for you.
TeeJay Godfearing. All right, y'all. Yo, we love you. We're just praying for peace, especially during this time.
Yeah, man.
Definitely compassion. We need to have compassion. We need to be sensitive to what's going on both sides, at every single angle, because we're aliens. We're sojourners. We shouldn't be so attached to anything in this world, including our own joys and loves that we have, our own personal joys and loves that we have. It doesn't mean to lack compassion. That's not what I'm saying. It just means to have a loose hold on the things of this fading world. Jump into Ecclesiastes and meditate on that. Meditate on that for a minute. Just fight for what's right, because that's what you're supposed to do. Stand up for what's right, but just make sure that you're not led astray. Make sure that you're not fighting in areas that actually assist a possible enemy. You know what I mean? So just be alert, be ready, because if you let your emotions lead, you're gonna lead. It's just you're gonna be led blindly. You're not gonna be seeing. You're not even gonna be effective to any cause. So the first thing we have to do is make sure that we're in our prayer closet, make sure our motive is right and lined up with scripture, and then as we get equipped with the truth and we wrestle with those things in our own heart, that will turn into wisdom, and then the conviction will be right, and then you'll be led the right way, not by emotions, but conviction.
Man.
Let conviction lead the path in the word of God. So
let's not forget, man, we serve a God who can do anything.
We serve a God who's just.
Anything.
You know, like,
you know what I mean? Let's not forget that we serve a powerful God.
Facts.
You know?
So we love y'all, man. Till next week. Sorry if we're
love y'all.
Sorry if we're like dragging. It's hard times, man. We're all going through it. We're all feeling it.
And we have so much respect for the situation that it's hard to even be our normal selves and joke like we normally do, because it's not a funny situation right now.
Not at all. Keep everybody lifted and stay guarded. We love y'all. Here's TeeJay Godfearing, Lost and found. Grace and
Love
peace.
y'all. Peace.
Take care.
All this stuff on my mind, I'm like, where do I begin? I did got some people, oh, they wasn't even my friends. Keep it real with me and never lie and don't pretend. Survival of the fittest, we gon' battle to the end, yeah. I was lost and now I'm found. Kinda left my head spinning like a merry-go-round. Got a couple more inches going for the fourth down. Yeah, we turning up the venue, best believe it's going down. Second count, you know that I ain't wasting time. Never worry about me, just know that I'm doing fine. Gotta kick out first before I get a dollar sign. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All this stuff on my mind, I'm like, where do I begin? I did got some people, oh, they wasn't even my friends. Keep it real with me and never lie and don't pretend. Survival of the fittest, we gon' battle to the end, yeah. I was lost and now I'm found. Kinda left my head spinning like a merry-go-round. Got a couple more going for the fourth down. Yeah, we turning up the venue, best believe it's going down.
If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.